Hello everyone, welcome to IQchess. Hope you're having a fantastic day and thank you so much for joining me in this video. In today's video, we will be covering the oldest game of chess ever recorded. And by recording, I'm not talking about recording with a camera, I'm talking about recording through text. This game was played in the year of 1475, over 500 years ago, in the city of Valencia by the players Francesco de Castellví and Narcís Vinyoles. I'm probably butchering the name, but I'm so sorry. This game is dubbed as the Game of Love because this was initially transcribed as a poem. Let's get into the game. The game began with the move of e4. We have d5 from the black. E takes on d5, queen takes on d5, and knight to c3, and the queen goes back to d8. So far, this feels like a game that was just played yesterday. This is just a very standard looking Scandinavian defense. And here, white continues the game with the move of bishop to c4, developing naturally. We have knight to f6 and knight to f3. Here is the first blunder of the game when black plays the move of bishop to g4. Let's give it a blunder icon just for the memes. This move is bad because of a tactic that probably black missed, and it's actually pretty hard to spot it. Try to see if you can find the tactic for the white pieces. This is actually extremely good for white if they play the right way. The move actually is to play bishop takes on f7 check. And the point is, after the king takes, we have a fork and this bishop is just lost. Poor bishop. But in fact, the stockfish thinks that's a better way to play, and that is just play the move of knight to e5 just right away, even without taking the bishop. The point is basically if black does take you, well, it's just checkmate right away. And if not, the only other choice that black has is to go back to e6. And stockfish argues that this is the most miserable structure in the existence of mankind. This king is just extremely weak. This knight is very strong. You can play something like queen to f3, castle, moves like d3 or d4 become available for you, and the bishop comes out, and this is just death for black basically. But in this game though, we have the move of h3 and a trade happens. Here once again, black takes an error and they play the move of e6. That obviously is not a good move because, well, there is queen takes on b7. We have knight b d7 from the black pieces, and here white plays the move. Sorry, here white plays the move of knight to b5, attacking this pawn. Black responds with rook to c8, defending this pawn, and we have knight takes on a7. Now here, obviously, the most sensible move to play is simply playing rook to b8, attacking the queen. But for some reason, I can't really explain it to you. Black plays the move of knight to b6, and this is just not a great move because after takes and takes, black is down 4 points of material, and they are doing extremely poorly. Here, white actually plays one of the top engine moves, shockingly, and that move is the move of d4. Here, Stockfish recommends the move of a4 and then the move of d4. The point obviously is that queen can't really take you, and you just open the bishop, and it's just a good move. Here we have knight to d6, and at this point, the best way to play probably is just to push this pawn to make a queen, and maybe stop black from castling with moves like queen to c6 or bishop to b5, which is exactly what white does. White plays the move of bishop to b5 check, and after knight takes, queen takes, and knight to d7 blocking the check. Here we have yet another creative move, and that is the move of d5. The point obviously is after you take, you don't recapture, but you castle and bring the rook to the open file. However, though in this position, white plays a reasonable move, and that is bishop to e3, simply developing, not a bad move by any criteria. And here black plays the move of bishop to d6, finally preparing to castle. Here we have rook to d1, simply bring the rook to the game, and black should just shut up and castle. Don't even try to do anything else but black does, and black plays the move of queen to f6. Here, simple rook takes on d5, and black once again should just castle. But they insist on not doing so, and they instead play the move of queen to g6, targeting this pawn. And at this point, guys, something funny happens. White plays a move that is extremely ridiculous looking. It's actually hilarious to me that this move was played. It's super funny. So pause the video and try to figure out this move. It's actually pretty hard to spot because it's not a great move, to be honest. It's a very bad move. It's extremely one-dimensional, but it's very creative though. The move actually is bishop to f4, and that is what I would like to call as a pathetic bishop sacrifice. White is basically relying on black capturing their bishop for free, at which point it would be checkmate. But obviously black does not need to do that. Black can just play queen takes on g2, for example, and then just rook has to move. We will have check, and this position is just much worse for white than what was before. However, the most hilarious part of this whole shenanigan is that black actually falls for it. Black does capture this bishop and gets mated. We have queen takes on d7, king to d8, and queen to d8, checkmate. An absolutely fascinating and hilarious game of chess from 500 years ago. Uh, the Spaniards were some of the best chess players of that era. In fact, one of the oldest and most popular chess openings till date is Ruy Lopez, or the Spanish. It was invented by a Spanish priest, Ruy Lopez de Segura. It's still played today by super grandmasters, and it is the most popular chess opening after e4, e5. So yeah, this was a absolutely incredible game for me when I first saw it in Academica's channel over 6 years ago. So I wanted to show this game to you for a very long time and finally got to it. If you enjoyed watching this video, I recommend subscribing and turning on the notification bell. I'm having a pretty hard time making videos because of my college and studies and exam preparations. So I'm trying to make one video a week at least, and any amount of support is very, very, very appreciated. So yeah, take care. Bye.